Gaffer, always a sinking feeling when you concede late on to lose a game, especially when you've put in so much effort as the players have today.
Yeah, I think so, and I think our fans certainly appreciated that at the end of the game. I thought they were magnificent in their support for the team. I thought we did a lot of things well today at a difficult place. They make you defend. They make you defend for large periods of the game. But I thought we did that quite well. I thought we actually defended wide areas really well. Both our fullbacks 1v1 I thought were excellent. You know, and you've got to do it for the whole game. That's the challenge. You know, we spoke about that after QPR. Can't switch off for a second. We did there. We did again today, and you know, it's disappointing. But there were a lot of good things about the performance, I felt.
Yeah, you knew Leicester were going to have the lion's share of possession here today. How did you feel the players dealt with that? Yeah,
look, you've got to be comfortable out of possession when you come here. You know, I think most teams are going to find that. I think there's only Southampton that have more possession in the league than them, so you just presume that's going to happen. But I thought there were some good moments. First half, I thought we kept the ball quite well at times, got in some good positions, scored the goal, and then had a really good period after that, or in and around that. But what they do is they get you thinking about whether you can press them, and if you do, they play through it. If you don't do it compactly enough, and if you sit off them, they're good players to hurt you. And I think that was a challenge. That was one of the challenges I had probably around 75 minutes. I thought we were just losing energy. We were starting to just drop in, and I don't think you can defend for the last 15 minutes against Leicester easily. But maybe looking back on the game, maybe at that point I should have just stodged it up and maybe not been quite as attacking with the subs. But sometimes they're the risk you take.
And then when you reflect on the goals we've conceded today, is the annoyance that it's balls into the box that we haven't quite dealt with?
Yeah, I think it's been a little bit of a weakness at times of the team. You know, certainly before I came here as well. The first one's actually offside. If you look at it, the ball gets towed, ball ends up on the floor, players on the floor, toes it to Daka. Daka's in an offside position, he's about a metre offside. But obviously as he receives it, he comes back into an onside position, so I don't think the officials quite seen it, which was disappointing. Just again, ball drops, lands to them, and we don't go and win that contact, or we don't get out to the ball. So I think they're the frustrating ones. But they're the moments in these games that can cost you, you know. So you know, I think that's a disappointment. You can do so many good things in a performance, but if you don't do it all the time, then you're going to get hurt at places like this against a good side like Leicester. Yeah. Players
have made crucial blocks and they've covered each other. Is it that bravery on the ball that probably just gives the lads at the back a little bit of respite?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you go for long periods of time when you're under pressure, sometimes that pressure inevitably tells you switch off for 1 second like we did for the goal. But I thought there were some really good things. I thought as a team, you know, the battling qualities, the work rate of you know, most of the players I thought was outstanding. Disappointed we didn't get any reward for it, but like you say, I think what you've got to do is you've got to use the ball well at a place like this, and when you turn the ball over cheaply, that's when a team like Leicester can find spaces, and too many times in a game I felt we gave possession away too easily. But again, that's something we've got to look at, something we've got to work hard on, something we've got to put right.
Yeah. You spoke about Jay Stansfield's work rate after Monday's performance. That earns him his 12th goal of the season today. I know you felt it took too long for the players to recognise that opportunity was there today.
Yeah, I can show you the game plan with that as one of the big factors. So when they play out, there's a specific way to do it. If you can catch the keeper just turning onto his right foot and looking inside the pitch, then all of a sudden his options get vastly reduced. But what you've got to do is you've got to be really brave and start very, very aggressively and very high with your positions. Typically in a game away from home against a good side, we start 20 yards away, so we then don't allow ourselves to have that momentum. And that's what I said to the players at half time. The one time we went with a bit of a little bit of no fear mentality, we go and scored a goal from it. So yeah, this is disappointed we didn't do that more often. But obviously that's just one facet of the game. So
I know you've been asked in the significance of dropping into the bottom three, but in your mind, has anything changed with 5 games remaining?
Listen, it's where you are on the 5th of May or whenever the last game of the season is, and if you're in the bottom 3 then you'll deserve to be in the bottom 3. So it's as simple as we've got to do our bit. You know, you look today, you know, and the likes of Huddersfield last night, the likes of Plymouth, they go and win their games. So we've got 2 home games coming up, got to go and win our games. It's as simple as that. You know, what we can't do is hope for a way out without doing our side of the bargain, and in order to do that you've got to step up, you've got to be brave. You've got to start to put big performances, exactly like we did against Preston. I thought we were fantastic in the game, and we need to go and do that again. So what I would say is 3 games, that's all we've been here for, 3 games, and I think the players have been incredibly competitive in those 3 games, and it shows the Championship is a cruel beast, that the fine margins sometimes can mean, like both away games, we've gone away with nothing.
Yeah, I suppose the rallying call will be to emulate the atmosphere that we saw on Monday against Preston, again on Wednesday and against Coventry too.
Well, the one thing I don't think anyone associated with this club can say is that the fans won't play their part. We know that. I thought they played their part today. I thought they showed they liked parts of what they saw today with the applause they gave the players, and they will step up. You know, what we've got to do as a team and a group, we've got to do likewise as well. And you know, but we know the atmosphere will be fantastic next 2 games. We've got to put big performances in.
Thank you, Gaffer.
Cheers, thank you.